Alright, and what's going on? Overwatch Odyssey League, how we all doing tonight? I hope we're excited for this XL2 Respawn Rangers matchup. I am here alive with my co-pilot tonight, Yvonne. Yvonne, say what's up.
Nothing much. I think that this is the first time we'll be streaming together, isn't it, Pipes?
Yeah, this will be our first cast together, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm pretty excited. We get to get started here on Route 66, so I'm pumped up to see what both these teams got.
Yeah, I definitely concur. This is actually a matchup I couldn't wait to see. I love both Respawn Rangers and XL2 so far. I to be perfectly honest, I'm happy to see a lot of people. I mean, I probably catch a couple more Respawn Ranger games than I do XL2. No offense to anybody on XL2. It's just when I get, the time to watch these streams. But yeah, I can't wait to see what both teams do. I can't wait for XL2 to surprise me.
I'm really excited to see what my boys are packing today too. We've been working on this for the past 4 weeks to try and figure out our way and find our way through the ranks here. This is my second matchup with one of Zoran's teams, so I'm pretty pumped.
I don't know why, but I totally expected a small montage in the back of my head, and Eye of the Tiger was playing while you're saying the training was happening the whole time.
The training arc of XL2.
In the background.
What we started with and where we're at now. Here live against the Respawn Rangers. Oh, and look at that. We're going right into it. I'm really pumped here. We got Big Earl's 24 hours service, and that's where we bring you the best casts in here on Route 66. You're darn tootin'. Oh, I love my new monitor. It looks so nice with the resolution of the game now. The clouds over here spanning over the canyon. Ah. What a beautiful view.
Yeah.
Alright, so here on our left side we have XL2 here locking in. We got Cadix, Lucky Shot, Fallen Angel, Angel, and Bonobo Lover, also known as Styx. Locking in here for the Respawn Rangers. We got Inbred on the Hog, Prestum on the Widow, Chaotic on the Bap. This is going to be a dope composition here. So they're coming out with a Hog. They got the Yoshi on the Kiri. And now we're just waiting to see this DPS rollout here for Mayday. And then on the side of XL2, we're looking at a Soj, Sigma, Zenyatta, Baptiste, and a Tracer. So definitely a nice poke comp going on here. Against, let's say another poke comp as well. This Hog definitely is going to put up some pressure here.
Okay, I'm gonna apologize in advance. We have a Fallen Angel and an Angel on the same team.
We have two Angels.
And they're both
we got
on
two
support,
Angels.
And they're both
That's
on support.
right.
I'm going to get mixed up. I apologize in advance.
It's okay. If it makes it easier, you can call Fallen Angel Awaken.
Oh, that might help. Okay, that works for me.
Yeah. Alright, and here we go. We got an opening fight going on here. The bullets are flying. Point is moving in favor of the Respawn Rangers here on Route 66. So now we're going to see how XL2 provides a hold here on defense with 3:25 on the clock. Oh, and there's a nice hook and grab for Inbred as he gets that pick on Angel here. Lucky Shot able to get this turret, but pressed him going to pick off the support line here of XL2. Down goes Chaotic as well as Lucky Shot and Styx for the side of XL2 here. Oh, and the ball just keeps rolling if you're the Respawn Rangers here. Living up to their names, sending their opponents to the respawn. So it looks like this might just be the point cap here. I don't know if XL2 is going to touch this point, and it looks like John's going to be getting down and dirty here, but goes down fast.
It is a difficult composition, definitely. Sig has a lot of, has an amazing kit when he can just straight eat projectiles and add that to defensive health. He gets stunned with his rock, he has a great shield. just a relatively good tank, but
And that whole hog right there. Inbred, wasting no time. Sorry to cut you off. Back to what you were saying.
no, you're fine. It was just Sig being a very defensive tank. It's just this is a very honestly, it's a rather difficult composition to go up against Sig sometimes because you got Roadhog is just such a good way to. Roadhog has an amazing way to always make a fight go in his favor. He can drag you around. He has huge health. He can self-heal. He can get into situations that most other tanks wouldn't really even want to be in, and Roadhog can just deal with it a lot of the times. That's what makes him just such an oppressive force, as being shown here with how far the card is almost halfway across the entire map already.
Oh yeah, the hog pick here is definitely a good one. You know, very sustainable tank player, like you were saying. And what we were watching before in key detail were these hooks that he was making. You know, they got a big hook onto Angel here on this high ground, able to get it through the shield of Lucky Shot. So, you know, definitely a menace from all angles at playing on this hog.
You know, I really enjoy that placement of the Molten Core. That's such a good place just to prevent any and all.
It's a good way to funnel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking for the word.
You're welcome. Alright, and this fight is getting underway here with a pickup from Styx here onto Inbred, finally getting rid of that hog, but the hog does have the spawn advantage here in this fight. So coming into this now, the respawn Rangers not able to get any good angles from here, but XL2 really cutting on the offensive here on their defense. Oh, here comes that hog from Inbred here. I feel like XL... Yeah?
No, I was gonna say, this area is always so, such an amazing spot because in many situations, as we see right now with Chaotic, there's a lot of good flanking opportunities in this series of rooms where there's a lot of corridors that you can get into, you can get out of certain areas, you can get away from Bob at some points, but all in all, it's just a good bottleneck to get because you have to stay on that payload, but I honestly, I think the Rangers handled that corner very well.
I think the Rangers are playing phenomenal. Right now, they're playing very grouped up together. They're playing around their hog, which is very good, and they're playing at a safe distance. So he's just getting those pulls, and they're getting all those hit markers. And you know, XL2 not really being able to get the picks onto the back line. It's it's very beneficial in favor of the Respawn Rangers right now. But XL2 doing their best and their valiant hopes here to holding this match to just a 2-0 lead right now with 3 minutes left on the clock. Payload is now being pushed here by the Respawn Rangers. We do have a trance that comes out here as well as a cosmetic flux. And Cadix does get this pick onto Mayday, and now it seems that all that's left is this hog, and it will be a 3v1 situation. But to the hog, these are the plushies. And XL2 rises to the occasion here. And they get their first win of the night on the team fight ratio scoreboard. Let's go.
As I said,
the mighty stagger. It's done.
The mighty stagger. Yeah, this room has this corner of this room just has so many good opportunities to flank, so many good opportunities to counter. You can hide in so many corners. Every time I play this map, I was just a really good player who's probably in competitive and they're just blowing off some steam. I've found people hiding on areas I didn't even know you could stand on every once in a while. This room is just full of opportunity every time.
You get very elusive on this map, like this hog who creeped up the back side and now he's just chilling here on the right side of the map. Could have had a really good pick onto the support of XL2, but didn't go for it. Respawn Rangers still uncontested, moving this point. The Molten Core does come out. This is going to create enough space for them. I don't think anyone's touching from XL2. No, this is going to be round one.
That was incredible. I very solid. Consolidated is not the word I want to use, but it's the word I have. Just a very confident push. The group was a nice. I'm gonna use my MMO terms again. I know I'm not supposed to. This is an FPS game, but I don't care. It was a nice ball group, as I like to call it, and I just an entirely successful run. I thought that was an incredible run for Respawn.
Oh, Respawn Rangers on that offense was absolutely incredible. The way they played, they kept the push going, and they kept it at a very steady pace. They didn't get too aggressive, as we've seen throughout the weeks or the rounds in this case of the league, that a lot of these teams get really aggressive when they go on that offensive push. And, Respawn Rangers have been kind of cool, calm, and collective about it. They take the space that's needed. They're playing not too cautiously, but they're playing very well. So now we're here on this defense. So we're gonna see if that defense lives up to its offense, and what the XL2 team could do to send this into an overtime. Minute and 35 locked in for the Respawn Rangers. And here we go right now. We do have some swaps here. From the Sigma to the Zarya, we have Lucky Shot. Cadix is on the Widow. Waken's still on that Zen. Angel on the Bat. And Styx on the Soj. And over here for Respawn Rangers, we have Inbred on that Hog. Mayday on the Torb. Prestum on the Sombra. Chaotic on the Lucio, and Yoshi on the Kiri. Coming in here for this first fight now. We're hunkering down for the brawl. Cadix getting that opening pick on to the Lucio here.
You know what? I don't often play Sombra. I'm not very good at Sombra, but this first corner, and actually again, there's a lot of good opportunities just to be Sombra on this map. You just be so elusive, Sombra, Tracer, Reaper, Kiri at times. I just love seeing just nice elusive characters like this, which on their own you wouldn't think they'd be that threatening, but with the Respawn Rangers, this is a force to be reckoned with.
100%. They're moving like a unit. They're moving and grooving right now. Like, even when XL2 had the advantage in this team fight here, the Respawn Rangers were literally able to just overcome and take back that hold. And look at this right here. We're going into this clear. We're gonna have Cadix now onto the Sombra to kind of match the hacking capabilities of the Respawn Rangers. We do have this echo pick too from Styx, so ooh, that hook almost got him.
Bad.
This is now going to come down to good call outs on when hacking a player. Like, look at that hacking virus here by Press, right on to John. And now this mirror is going to come out. So we don't know if this window is really going to do much for XL2. It could provide much, but this Kiri cool Kitsune rush and whole combination just completely taking out this offensive force of XL2 here. Another phenomenal hold for the Respawn Rangers here on Route 66. See, and look at that. They're not overextending. They're not getting too aggressive. Like, they're winning these team fights and they're not pushing any further. Like, they'll let you regroup with your team. It's quite humbling. But here we go.
It's their own hands for a second. It was like, all right, that's it. I'm being Roadhog now.
Whipped out the 3D printer, copied and pasted that whole hog. Didn't really get much here, but this could be the picks needed. I do think XL2 is playing a bit spread out right now, and that's really what's kind of hurting them in this situation. But Styx able to come alive and get these 2 picks here on the right side. It looks like Inbred is going to be sitting in this tunnel, so we will be seeing a last-second hold here, 45 on the clock. So this is actually a really good point in time to do this too. Here comes that Molten Core now.
Incredibly placed.
Beautiful hack onto the BAP here. And just like that, they have possession of this point on defense. 30 seconds left. It's looking like XL2 is trying to back up and get a regroup, but Falling Angel is going to get taken out by that whole hog, that hog hook, and pressed him in the back line with the hack and dash. This is absolutely incredible. The Respawn Rangers are just coming back in those tight knit situations and just they're pulling through as a team. You gotta love it.
I have to admit, I do absolutely love watching. Oh, I feel bad for Fallen Angel. It's just a little too late. Hold on. I know the play of the game's coming up, so I'll just wait till after. Those were incredible shots by Preston.
They really were. I gotta get used to muting and unmuting my mic. This is it's a very sensitive little guy. But like you tap it and then it like the light shut off and it's like, oh no, they can't hear me. All right, so with the fact that I only have 5 players here, there's not going to be much change in the rotation, right?
Hey,
but as for the Respawn Rangers, they do have their bench, they have their depth chart. I'm ready for the next map. I actually have no idea what our next map is going to be. I'm pretty excited.
It's a secret to everybody. Shh, we shall never know. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, it's cool because I do have the list of maps, right? But it's like it's one map specifically out of the 4 for the week. So it's like, yo, like these things are like these maps are like little bullets in the roulette gun. Like spin it around and see what we get. So what's up? That was a good. Yeah, there wasn't a bad round. I mean, if I'm being quite honest here, I do feel XL2 is still adjusting to their new players, as well as the Respawn Rangers have been playing against these really good teams. And I don't know if you noticed, the Respawn Rangers are up in the top 5 there of our leaderboard, right? And XL2's down in 10th place. So, this matchup, this is like a big. This is a big matchup for XL2 to like if they were to turn this around and take it 3-2. But the Respawn Rangers have been playing collectively all season. They definitely have good synergy, good cohesion. So that's something to look out for here. Where XL2, again, finding our way. Just finding our way. So now we head over to... beginning.
And,
yeah,
and again,
it's all about the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
that's where it counts.
This is the first match of the night. Sometimes you're still shaking off just a little bit of dust. You're still feeling out your opponent. You're still not quite sure what the night's gonna hold for you quite yet.
He's alive.
And oh my goodness, Zorn's spoiling me tonight. We're going straight to second match. Flashpoint. It's not New York City, but that's okay. I don't care. It's Flashpoint.
We got Saravasa here. Bro, Joe's my goat. Did he text me back?
Here? Is he
he DM'd me.
There's your sub. There you go. See?
There's my sub, bro. I got depth chart.
Yes.
I got depth chart. Yeah, that would make yes. I agree to those terms. Yes, I checked the acknowledge button and I hit send. I don't know. You guys played great. I can't complain. I watched it.
Yeah, we're all here.
Alrighty, and we are here getting ready to head to Turavasa as we get ready for this XL2 Respawn Rangers Map 2. Yuvon, are you ready? Are you ready?
I love Flashpoint. I love this. Zorn knows this every time. He's stuck with me. He's like, here we go again. These are my favorite maps. I don't care. I know I'm not making any friends on anybody's Overwatch anything fandoms, but gosh darn it, do I freaking love Flashpoint.
Flashpoint's fun.
It's my favorite.
I feel like this game mode hasn't really been fully developed yet, like as far as characters in this game go, and like I feel this is a map where hybrid characters are really like in the now. You know what I mean? And if this is the type of map where you want to utilize those characters, but I feel like we don't have enough of them yet in Overwatch 2 to really have successful metas on these maps. So it really comes down to how these season patches drop and what characters are really strong, and that's what we've been seeing on these Flashpoint maps. So I actually really love this map aesthetically, and it's as big of a New Junk City fan I am, this one might take the cake here.
Like New Junk City more just because of the way that the map is laid out can just get a little bit more hectic, a little bit quicker. I'm not saying that this map can't get hectic. I'm just saying, like, I think we're all aware that how crazy a Flashpoint map can get. And I always stand by my words on this. And I think one of the best reasons why I love Flashpoint so much is you will never really get a break in a Flashpoint map. There is no in between matches. There's no in between the Flashpoints. You are stuck in that fight, and it's not over till it is completely and truly over.
That's right. I really like the no intermission, just continuously going, keep that time running on the clock here, and it really lines things up. You know, especially with how these spawns are laid out. You know, you could finish a point and then end up crushing some team in their spawn accidentally, like just by happening to run into them by chance, and then. You know, going into this match right here, like, we're seeing XL2. We got Cadix here on this Orisa, Joe Mom on the Tracer, Fallen Angel on the Lucio, Angel on the Bab, and Styx on the Surge. Six is heading back to the respawn, and as for the respawn Rangers, we do have Inbred on this Doomfist now, Mayday on the Sombra, Pressed Ham on the Hanzo, Chaotic on the Lucio, and Yoshi on the Moira.
Okay, everybody on Respawn Rangers is gonna be everywhere all the time. We've got a Doomfist, we've got a Sombra, we've got a.
They have a lot of mobility.
Lucio. Everybody is gonna move everywhere all the time. Hell, Hanzo can climb walls. Like, everyone's being everywhere.
Big pigs. Everyone being everywhere indeed. Everyone being everywhere indeed. As like I said, the mobility factor here of the Respawn Rangers is just absolutely stout as they're getting these picks and rising this percentage to 60% here to the XL2's 25, and they're holding it down. It looks like it's all that's left is Cadix, and he was hacked, and it will be taken out here back to the Respawn. So now we look at these ult economies, right? So as for the side of the Respawn Rangers, they are coming up on 4, and I'm sure they'll build that EMP very fast. But, you know, you look at this Doomfist right here. They're going to be going into this next fight with this ult. So they're not necessarily going to have to blow it here because they capped the point. But at the end of the day, you know, they're going to be using that for when they're really low on health. They want to get in and get out. As for the side of XL2 here, you know, to really combat against the ults that the Respawn Rangers have online for this next point fight, you know, we don't really have much. We're coming up on 3 more. We only have the 2 loaded in right now, so it really comes down to who throws that first punch. So good high ground coverage here from Prestham. Getting those Hanzo shots in here. Here comes that Meteor Strike to open this team fight. Something I didn't see coming. Very big picks indeed for the Respawn Rangers. They're going to collect this point.
Once again, Respawn Rangers are sticking together the whole time. They're not letting themselves be separated. They are flanking, I will say that, but they're not letting themselves get chased around. So they're just pack. You know what? The only way I can put it is they're pack hunting at this point. That's all that's happening. Is they understand where their flanks are. They know their positioning. But they're just pack hunting as a unit at this point.
Oh yeah, it goes back to map 1. They've been playing as a team, and it's just absolutely like a bonus. Like, Inbred literally has the freedom to just kind of dive in and dive out here, and the team, you know, look, you have this Lucio getting ready to get over here to kind of boop back XL2 to be able to give Inbred that room to get in and get out and move around, have that major mobility, but then the rest of the team just kind of collapses onto Inbred here, and they really just help him out. The stall option here of Respawn Rangers is incredible. Like, they are keeping XL2 occupied and allowing these point caps to happen. And there's another point cap for the Respawn Rangers. So now we're looking at a match point here on map 2 for the Respawn Rangers, and XL2 trying to get that reverse sweep going on this Flashpoint series. Where is the next point now? See, you know what I don't like about spectating on these maps? They don't show you where the point is.
Well, it's funny you say that. I don't often, like, I'm not in first person with the characters because I just feel like I'm gonna miss a little bit too much. I'm always worried about missing everything.
Me too. I fly around like it's Forge.
The problem with that is
oh!
But
Joe Mama and Dix there getting a big pick on the support and the tank of the Respawn Rangers, and this we now have the point cap here for XL2.
Mayday's coming in the back. Mayday's coming in behind.
Mayday's looking for like a reverse well, that's a sneaky Sombra.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
Might
what
go for
I'm
that
telling you,
regroup,
they're
though.
just pack hunting at this point. It's just they know when to flank, they know when to keep together, to spread out. But always as a unit, always as one.
Yeah, and I really like the smart choices being made. Like, Mayday had the opportunity to hack Kiriko over here, and, you know, chose not to do that to get better positioning with what looks to be Chaotic, who it does go down as well as Pressed Ham here. XL2's DPS are really clearing the way on this point here. This could be the first cap of XL2 for the night here.
Oh yes, definitely. It's more than probable.
80% in climbing, but anything can happen here. Ultimates will be coming online for XL2. They do have 3 in the. I can't even speak today. That eclipse messed me up. Oh, we got this whole hog action to clear the point here, and the Kitsune rush. Might have been too many ults thrown around, but just what is needed if you're XL2 with everything on the line here for point number 3. Now we are 2-1.
You know, sometimes you might need that extra ult just to confirm that take, to confirm that, because yeah, I mean, you could we still have an ult. We still have Lucio's ult. B can do a lot in a very short amount of time, but
100%.
we have Joe Mama's Sombra's ult's at 98, and Echo's already at 83, so they're not down and out when it comes to ultimate generation. That's
Yeah, their economy's thick.
And that's another great thing
And
about
what a pick right there.
Overwatch is you can build ultimate surprisingly quickly. If you hit your shots, you know what you're doing, you get those smart plays, and you'll build your ult pretty freaking fast.
This is true, and with the patch notes that we've seen that have come out in the for season 9, a lot of players cool down to get these ultimates definitely come online much faster than normal. And now we're gonna have our hog fight of the night between Inbred and Cadix here.
I was more waiting to see what was going on.
Oh my god, it's the double trap max.
Mayday was terrifying.
Coming out of this unscathed, the Respawn Rangers taking this point away. 44% for XL2, 10% in climbing here now for the Respawn Rangers. And I haven't seen a swap made from XL2 since they took that point. So maybe they found the hero pool they want to use here to go against the Respawn Rangers.
Say it has been working thus far. I'm very much enjoying seeing what I'm. We're just having a lot of ults.
Oh, beautiful dragon right there. Very successful pick onto XL2's Angel for the side here of the Respawn Rangers as they take the lead. They're at 69% and climbing on what could be the match point right here. Still a 4v2 situation, 4v3 situation here on this point. But now at 90% and with only a Sombra to touch, it looks like. Joe Mama might be the only one to touch. Styx is here as well. The Respawn Rangers sitting hunkered down on this point here. This could be the match point. Styx gonna get on, but gonna go down now very fast to the boop of Chaotic. Cadix not able to get on, but does pull out that whole hog to clear some space. Down goes Awaken. The hacks come out and down goes Cads, and this is looking like map number 2 to the Respawn Rangers.
So again, that's Flashpoint for you. Sometimes you absolutely love it, and sometimes you have a difficult time with it.
Understood. Hey, what's going on, Mayday? How we doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Another day in the lovely life here. We got XL2 versus your Respawn Rangers, and you guys are looking absolutely stout out there between map 1 and 2. Absolutely. You guys are playing very collective as a team. How are your comms going for the night? Like, so far, like, you know, how have those been? Any crazy play, momentum changes, or, like, you know, any razzle dazzle going on?
Not really. Nothing crazy. Just normal old Overwatch comms. Trying to keep things light and fun. Just drinking as much water as we can. I'm trying to get a Gatorade water. Didn't want to sponsor us, so we're trying to get Flint, Michigan water.
Flint, Michigan water.
Hey, man, we'll take what we can get.
You heard it here first, folks.
Such is the economy.
Oh man, so you know you guys are really playing well as a team. Like, tell me more about this. Like these compositions that you guys are running on these maps. Like, who's your in-game leader? How are we taking charge like to combat against XL2?
To be honest, we don't really run like too much of an in-game like one-person leader. We just try to work as a collective unit as much as possible. Since the season started, we try to play when we can, like quick play or whatever, to just get used to everyone's positionings and stuff. Nothing crazy.
All right. Well, you guys are playing very well out there right now, and it looks like we're going to be heading to Midtown, where I believe you guys are going to be defending first. So I'm very interested to seeing what your opening comp is going to be going into this next map.
Yeah, maybe we'll run 5 tanks. Who knows?
Oh, that would be legendary.
Gotta keep everyone on their toes, you know.
Gotta keep everyone on their toes.
Yeah, so.
Guys can keep me on toes all night. Your DPS are locked in, so I'm ready.
I feel like I'm not doing great, but here we are.
Hey now, you could have had us fooled.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some great things out of the side of the Respawn Rangers tonight, so, I mean...
Yeah, it's just teamwork for the most part. Like I said, we just have tried to play with each other and get each other's comms and strategies down.
Understood. Well, Yvonne, you got anything to add?
That wasn't already stated. I do have to say I'm loving how cool, calm, and collected you guys all appear to be, and I'm loving the confidence that you guys have been showing all night.
Oh, I don't have any confidence at all.
Oh gosh.
I hate myself. My dad made that possible. So
No, Mayday.
Mayday, no.
But hey, I have a dog that loves me. So
Sometimes that's all you need.
That's man's best friend.
That's all it is.
The secret, not letting him know anyone else.
That's absolute facts.
Yep.
Okay, my dog leaves me to go see someone he knows.
I just don't give him that choice.
Have a border collie. They will never not want to see other people.
I have a German Shorthair Pointer. As long as you have a ball, he's entertained, and
Yep,
we'll
that's all you
stay
need.
there.
That's all you need.
Okay, moving away from dogs. I know nobody wants to actually move away from dogs, but going back to Overwatch. Is there anything particular or you're worried about for your other team XL2 for tonight? Is there any tricks that you're worried about them might pulling out? Any comps that you're worried about going up against?
Well, I haven't seen some of these guys play much other than tonight, so I don't know really what to expect from them. So they might use that to their advantage. We'll just have to wait and see what they run at us, and hope and pray that we can counter it somehow.
All right then.
All right. Well, to hoping and praying, we're going into Midtown. I like it.
Oh, Mayday, say hi to Chaotic for me.
All right, I will.
All right.
Pipes, what are you looking forward to? Midtown's hybrid map, if I'm remembering correctly. are you waiting
This is my favorite map ever. Okay.
Really? This is
Yeah, because Overwatch, took the time to say, "Hey, Pipes, we know that you love New York, and you're always Pipes on a train. So here's your own map."
They made it just for you, Pipes.
They made it just
looked at you.
for me.
They looked at you in the eyes and they said, "This is for you, buddy."
They said, "This is your map. Okay, you're a star. You own it." I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm not gonna lie. So yes, at Midtown, where we are going to see on the left now of our screen is the Respawn Rangers, and on the right hand side of our screen we will be having the XL2. Alright, so for the side of the Respawn Rangers, Inbred on the Torbjorn, so we do get that swap between Mayday and Inbred on the DPS and the tank. Mayday going to be on that Sigma, Prestham on the Ashe, Chaotic on Ana, and Yoshi on the Moira. Over for the side of XL2, Cadix is on the Ball, Joe Mama on the Soch, Fallen Angel on the Moira, Angel on the Kiri, and Styx on the Echo. Getting ready to get underway. This defense that Respawn Rangers are running, I like this. They're going to have this turret set up here on these steps, and at the same time, they are running a nice shield tank composition here, so I'm really ready to see this. Now, we saw Mayday and Inbred swap in their last matchup against the Midnight Muses. That was when I last saw them play. So, I know what to kind of expect here. I know that this is going to be a very good lineup for the Respawn Rangers, so I'm really pumped to see how XL2 combats against this. Diving on in this Cadix, he is chilling in the back line. And on this bridge, it looks like Joe is going to be pressing forward here, trying to get these picks early on to Inbred and Yoshi.
I love the fact that Ball's here. You don't see Ball too much these days, just because I know they said he was going to get a rework at some point after the Reaper rework, apparently. But
there was a Reaper rework?
It's one coming, evidently.
It hasn't come fast enough, I guess. So a lot of picks out, like from both sides of the I can't even go.
It's okay.
This is
breathe.
bad.
Breathe, Pipes. It's okay. It's your map. You gotta breathe though. He's so
I got
excited.
ya. Just a lot of picks going back and forth in that last fight, and again coming out on top. The Respawn Rangers, they regroup so well. I don't know if you saw. XL2 was going for that high ground advantage here, and right from there, Inbred and Chaotic were able to just back out of that and completely rotate behind this fire truck to take that fight on the point. So now, Styx making the copy and paste onto this Sigma here. The minefield does come out for Cadix, but it isn't going to create enough space. Going to get rocked here by Mayday. This is where this pole comes into play, but the molten core of Inbred may just be what is needed here. And I say that, and XL2 claiming the objective for Midtown. Now,
Alright, that's I think they're gonna cap. So, all right. So, XL2, solid opening take to grab that payload. Now, let's see what... I'm hoping that they can pull, what Respawn did about 66 on our first match, just a nice slow and steady, just...
Control the pace, keep that movement going.
And you wanna know what? I feel like Ball's actually helping with this, because Ball's doing that thing where he's just... About not always getting all the kills, but he's being a nuisance. He's keeping the team away from that payload, allowing it to get a lot of good distance so far. I think we're already halfway to the next checkpoint for the payload. And
that's really what you gotta do when you're on Ball. You have to be that disruption factor. You know, make the enemy focus you, and then that's where you talk about getting a hamster rework going on. It's like hamster can be very evasive, very elusive as well if you ability and his kit to its fullest. So this is definitely a really good pick. I mean, as you could see, Respawn Rangers were able to kind of just overstep more to force XL2 to back up here. And no big losses taken from either side, but this is where that disruption factor is really going to come into play for XL2. But as I say that, Cadix does get slept and is looking lower than ever. Could go down right here, but Styx copying this diva of Mayday here. So now we do a double tank, that Overwatch 1 vibe here going on for XL2. Big coalescence coming out from both sides, and a nerf this from Styx. Not going to connect with anyone though, but XL2 does get these two picks. What'd you say?
I said no, it didn't. The Diva Bomb didn't kill anybody, but oftentimes I find it these days I'm trying to make space with it rather than just getting a straight KO. Again, not that it's not capable of KOing an entire team, but you know what? That's what I think. Is needed the most in this mono. It's just we need space. We need to make sure that we're getting people away from.
Big pick from Mayday here onto L2. That Diva Bomb was definitely enough to kind of create the big enough impact here to get the Respawn Rangers back onto this point here. Now it comes down to Cadix, who is going to go down here, and the Respawn Rangers gain this defensive hold. They have this strong, affordable force. When they come back into these team fights, Joe Mama is swapping here onto the Genji. So we do have a change. I like what I'm seeing from Styx on this Echo. I think this Echo has been effective all night. As far as last map and this map. So the Echo presence is definitely allowed, especially going up against this Diva. So we're going to see now in the final minute what XL2 is going to do to collect this number 2 and get on to the go. Here comes a Molten Core from Inbred. The point is covered here. It's a bit doused. Joe Mama using a deflect, going to have to dash on out of there. XL2 may need a regroup. They do get Mayday out of this mech now. Cadix onto the Zarya, swapping from that ball onto the Zarya. Going to be coming up on this grab. The grab right here. This could be what takes it over the top and truly puts it in.
I really like that Cadix went and swapped to Zarya, because this Mayday Diva going on right here has been such an oppressive just force the entire...
There's that grab. Bodies are low. The nano comes out onto Mayday, and Mayday is able to overcome Cadix. It can overcome the coalescence. Does have a nerf this to answer back. Not going to be enough. Fallen Angel does collect with the coalescence onto Mayday. Now it is 3v3 on the point. The EMP dropped here from Prestham. The pick comes in from Inbred with that hinder to Styx. Yoshi finishing off Angel with a coalescence of their own. And Yoshi with another pick with that Discord orb, and Mayday taking out Fallen Angel, and that is looking like a 1-0 start for XL2 here. Round 1 solidified. So, they now have their finish line. We're going to see what Respawn Rangers do here. Oh man, XL2's going to be on defense now. They were looking hot in the second half of this map, Yvonne. They were looking really hot in the second part of this, second portion of this map. You know, they came firing out the gate after collecting that point, and they just kept it rolling. But it seems as if the momentum stopped.
As I said, it's just I'm happy to start seeing we're seeing a bunch of counter swaps between the two teams, because I have to say Mayday on that D.Va and that when we started getting that payload moving just became such an oppressive. I'm not saying the rest of the team wasn't oppressive for us. I'm not trying to take away from anybody. I'm just saying I noticed it time and time again that was becoming a true stopping power against Ball. Now that being said, against Echo, I loved the use of Echo throughout that entire last match. I can't say map. We're not done the map yet. Just the way to replicate, to make space, to utilize the abilities. I just love it watching players play the character to their like fullest extent. When you see that one terrifying Doomfist, the Zenyatta who knows exactly what he's doing, nothing brings me more joy than that. And now Mayday has Reinhardt. I can't wait to see where this is coming.
I actually like this matchup here. Cadix back on that Orisa with Mayday on this Reinhardt. We're going to be seeing a very tight-knit brawl composition here with 3:45 to start here going into this first fight. All right, so the Sombra does come back out for both sides here. Other than that, do we see any changes? We do have Inbred on this Symmetra, and we have Yoshi on the Mercy now. That was a beautiful virus of your sticks. Wasn't enough to take out the other Sombra, but definitely hit. Speaking of the other Sombra, here is Prestem going down to Cadix. Mayday swinging on Cadix. Cadix going to be able to spin away here, but going up against the Symmetra, you know, this Orisa pick might just be what is needed. You know, you're not going to allow that shield build on the for the Symmetra. And on top of that, I mean, very good cleanup for the side of XL2 here. You know, 250 on the Klizak. They're looking very clean on the opening start here.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. A statement you said about a minute ago. I'm liking seeing Cadix on Orisa. Orisa has just, for a few seasons now, has just been a very oppressive force through and through. I love Orisa's kit. Now I have never got the honor of playing Overwatch 1 Orisa, where I heard she was just.
She's the GOAT.
She was just the GOAT at that time. I never got the honor of knowing Orisa then, but I know Orisa now, and you know, from the stories that I'm hearing, I feel like this version of Orisa kind of like lives up to it in a way. She's so hard to take down. She just doesn't care about any of your like moving you out of the way or Zarya or whatever the heck Sig was doing. She's just like, nah, I'm just gonna become immovable. Throw away every projectile. I just personally love this character. She was the second tank I ever really picked up, and I just love her to death.
I miss Orisa's original kit. You know, that having that shield and bongos was amazing, and here comes that grab. Joe Mama with a high noon, not going to be able to connect. The Molten Core does get Joe inside of that grab, as well as Fallen Angel. So now Cadix able to get that pick on the turret, but Mayday and Yoshi able to. Yoshi getting this res, and Mayday and Prestam getting these picks on the XL2 to secure this objective. Down goes Angel, and that is looking like a point cap of 1:15 on the clock. And now we're looking at 3:40 on the clock. And look at this spawn advantage that XL2 is going to get on this back half here. This is where the hold really counts.
Oh yes, this kind of like corridor area, and then this corner that's gonna come up is gonna be big.
Here comes that Dragons to try and split XL2 here, but it's not going to be able to connect. They do kite this very well. Window does pop out here for the Baptiste. Here comes that massive EMP from Styx, and that is a big EMP if you were XL2 right there after losing that point. But not enough, as Prestam is able to get the double kill. Yoshi with the res on the inbred, and back in full swing. The Respawn Rangers are keeping this push alive. You could see our end game goal right there.
some more swaps happening. We're going back to the
Reinhardt. Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I like that decision. I
do.
Because you want them off their point. You want them off their payload. So Reinhardt.
I think XL2 wants to kind of mirror this offense, I should say, composition that the Respawn Rangers are running. Like we saw right off the rip, right off the bat, we had an Orisa versus a Reinhardt. So Orisa takes that dub over the Rein, right? Then we go into Orisa's counter, which is the Zarya, and that's when you saw that point flip action happen, and Respawn Rangers took this point. Now, Cadix getting into this Reinhardt is going to be able to keep Mayday on the Zarya just a little bit longer. You know, I feel like Respawn Rangers are playing very well as a team where it might not even matter, but this is a very good counter swap. I do believe XL2 wants to keep playing Brawl here in this situation, especially how tight-knit it is. Minute and 30 left to go here, 1-1 tied up in the series. XL2 just looking to get a hold to win their first map of the night. Big hat coming in onto Chaotic too, and another Dragons, but not going to be able to connect with anybody. Chaotix is going to be swinging for the fences here, but is it going to be enough? The beam is definitely increasing for Mayday, but Mayday going to get Fire Strike to take it out. Fallen Angel taking out his counterpart.
Payload. In secret. Oh, he got discovered.
Oh yeah, that's what you gotta love about this mid-town tunnel right here. You know, you sit on top of the tunnel, you have access to both sides. So as soon as they make it from underway, not only do you kind of cut off because they're gonna have to kind of either poke out or they're gonna have to meet you at the top to take that. So as long as you're jumping down at the right times, like Cadix did there, you know, that's a really smart move for XL2 to take back this point on defense. 35 on the clock now as well. Yeah, oh, here we go. We're down to the final 30 seconds, Yvonne.
So this is going to be where it counts. I'm expecting a lot of ultimates to go off at the exact same time here, and so it begins with the... Sorry, with the EMP. Going to May.
Cadix using his pin to get out of the May freeze.
Chaotic pairs, just trying to sneaky. Try to get that.
Well, that's all you need.
Yeah.
You know, with the way XL2 is handling this offense, you could get the back cap off as long as, like, we've seen Respawn Rangers being able to handle the stall game. Saravasa, big dragon pick if you press him right there, getting rid of that May. Perfect execution, and this swap to Orisa is definitely what is needed here if you are the side of the Respawn Rangers, but it does come down to 3v1 here. Or is inbred on this Tracer, but Styx and Angel able to get this pick, and XL2 takes map 1 of the night here, and we are at a 2-1 series. Magnificent play of the game. That was absolutely splendid. I mean, honest to God, I'm happy that XL2 took that map, but if I'm being quite honest, Respawn Rangers played absolutely splendid on that. I can't take anything away. I think they did everything that they could. I think their swaps were on point. I do feel that going into that defensive push, though, XL2 kind of had that upper hand just off the first pick. But yeah, very good map indeed for both teams here. And now we're gonna go into map number 4, which I don't know, Yvonne. We may have ourselves a game here. It's 2-1 in the series, right? Respawn Rangers started off 2-0. Now we're at 2-1 going into map 4.
You know what? So
and it's a good map too, yo. It's a really good map. It's Esperanza.
Yeah, this is we're going into my, once again.
This is a baller map. Yo, you like maps that nobody else likes, right?
I love
High five.
I love the maps that no one else likes.
High five.
There's no end to them, where there's just like, nah, you gotta keep going.
Yeah, like this is where it counts. This is competitive.
Yeah.
This is the game.
Yeah, and not even all the times it's just competitive, but like, you know, realistically, you wouldn't get a break in between matches to reset and regroup. Like, no, you have to think tactically, where every second has a huge impact on everything else that's going to be happening. Because on a push map, there's no reprieve from that. On a flashpoint, there's no reprieve. You don't get that break. You don't get that time to sit back and think and relax and do whatever. No, you gotta get your head in the game. I'm gonna get some High School Musical in this.
Gotta get you.
Fun fact, I've never watched that movie.
What?
I've never watched it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, Soren hasn't seen Alien, alright? You know, I'm not the only one that's got a problem. Anyway, so going back to Esperanza.
Yes.
So as we've seen so far tonight, what do you expect is going down as far as that first initial class, that first initial team fight? What do you think? What are you hoping is going to be happening on that opening?
I feel this might be Mayday's tank redemption map, right? I have like a weird, I have a weird feeling about this. It's like, yo, you caught me off with that Orisa Reinhardt matchup on Midtown right off the bat, but I'm not gonna let that slide, right? I do feel as if, you know, Inbred may come back out here on that Hog, and I think we will get a Hog matchup between Cads and Inbred here. This is what we could see, right? I have no idea what's actually going to happen. What I do know is I found out that one of my players' connection is not doing well for them, so that's why they made the sub. But what I am happy with is it seems that they have figured out some sort of way to rise above the occasion. You know, I mean, it looks like we're gonna get Bordad in on this next go, so that's actually huge. If you're the Respawn Rangers, we saw Bordad in a couple of series matches just absolutely kicking butt on that Moira.
I said this last time I was on with Zoran, and I'll say it again. I have such huge respect for people who play Moira, because you have a character who everybody's like, oh, it takes absolutely no skill to play this character, and this character isn't seen in like higher
Hold L2,
competitive and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, don't give me that. Every single character has the ability to be an incredible character if put into the hands of people who know them. I mean, I always preach this every time I come on here, as I say, if you are truly comfortable with this character, with character XYZ, and you know this character inside and out, and it might not work with your comp, and it might not work with exactly what's happening in the situation, but you're confident enough, you quite often can pull some amazing feats with just about any character.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at like a league like this, right? Going off of characters, you know, you talk about ranks, you throw ranking out the window. You know, you could be playing with players from any kind of range here. So, you know, you take that out of the play and you bring into this character this character pool, the depth charts of these players and what they are capable of playing. You know, anything can happen. You know, you find that one stick and it's like, hey, you're rocking this character for the rest of the series, and then boom, you get it and you go, and you just keep it rolling. So, oh man, there's a lot of good to come from all of this.
Great. This is one of the big reasons why I was eventually drawn into Overwatch, because first off, my friends would not stop telling me to play this game for like 3 months straight. They begged me to play this game. That's how I got into it.
Sounds like me.
It's what ended up happening, and it worked, and I do love this game. But I just love the variety of how this game functions. Like that's what makes me like happy, is that you truly can take a character that you know like the back of your hand. You can just do some amazing stuff. That being said, we're going to see on XL2 side, Ball's back, we got Tracer, we got Summer, we got Kiri, we got Moira. We got so much agility here. We got everyone's going to be everywhere all over again. And then on Respawn Rangers this side, we've got Reinhardt, we got Soldier, we got Hanzo, we got Moira, and we got Kiri. I really like the idea that we got Ryan and Soldier and we got Hanzo because these are some characters that can do a lot with a map like this. We got Hanzo who can move up walls, and I guess he classifies as a sniper, but he can do a lot with close range, make a lot of space with his ult, just do a lot of good stuff. I just love the idea of Reinhardt in this area. It just can be so oppressive, and a big thing about push maps is you gotta be equally capable of taking that robot as holding your ground once you get that robot. Just
That's right,
instantaneously.
because the whole goal is to get Timmy to his butt scratches.
This is the second time I'm hearing this. Someone said something about this last time.
This is, yo,
What's that
Timmy
mean?
butt scratches is a real thing, okay?
What is this?
Timmy is the bot, and he is our goat, okay? Because all he does is push this. Look at him. He's pushing this barricade around in a barrage of bullets as Canix and Sticks are able to get these picks on to the Respawn Rangers, who are going back to their map 1 composition here, but adding board add to this addition. And XL2 is just coming out firing on all cylinders right here on Esperanza. They're running this ball. They got this distraction going. Here comes Inbred on that hop, hanging out by Joe Myers on that tracer. Does get hacked. Ult economy now for XL2 is looking pretty wide. That pulse bomb does come out. It does get a pick. Sticks as well, taking out the alternate Sombra on the night. And XL2 is just consistently moving this point here, and Timmy, it's looking like Timmy's about to get his butt scratches. Now you're going to see this, Yvonne, okay? You're going to watch this with me, all right? Look at this. Here we go. Focus on TS1. Look at him. He drops his arm here. He looks to the left. Hey, how you doing? And then watch this. Full-blown scratchy. And Timmy got it. Bingo was his name-o. XL2 rocking in the Timmy butt scratch of the night. Play of the game. Swagtastic.
Literal. I can't understand ever. Okay, well, in my defense,
Yeah.
when
It's your
you are
first time hearing
playing-
it.
Well, no, when you are playing this game, the last thing you are looking at is that stupid
yup.
robot, and it's
Hey.
not getting shot in the head 400 times. So
Timmy's a great guy, and his cousin is Bob.
is that canon?
It's so canon. I came up with it myself.
It's canon in your heart.
Oh yeah. I told you, I'm a part of the chairman of the board. Prime Minister
They did make a map
Pipes.
for you. They made a map just for you.
They
so.
did make a map just for me and the characters, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, so
Okay.
now Cadix is on this hog. So here's the, oh my god, it's like Destiny is coming through. It's almost as if I wrote it. Like, the hog matchup here between Inbred and Cadix is coming out again. So we're going to see a round 2 of this from what we saw from Flashpoint on Saravasa. And we will be pretty much getting a mirror matchup, almost similar.
Let the push commence.
And now the Respawn Rangers getting ever so closely to Timmy's butt scratches. Oh man, this is what push is all about, Yvonne, okay?
No.
It's about getting Timmy to the golden goal, okay? It's not about win, lose, or draw. It's about the butt scratches for Timmy. Oh, and that's a big pick if you're Angel onto Inbred here. This could stop the momentum and drive of the Respawn Rangers, who got a massive chunk of pointage right there as they push that barricade all the way up to that 47-11 mark.
You
So
know
this is definitely a game. 5 minutes 30 to go.
So, can we just take a moment and just say how XL2 has done basically what Respawn did in the first match, where they're staying consolidated, they're sticking together, they're getting that barricade where it needs to go. They're just staying as one. You know what? I'm honestly enjoying this pure switch of they're really trying to get Respawn Rangers frizzed out. Yeah, you wanna know what? I'm committing to saying that. Yeah, they're getting them all like frazzled up, and they're trying to get them separated, and it's working. We see a good lead here from XL2, and I can't get enough of it. I'm loving seeing Katic with that oppressive hog once again. Just,
Nice hook.
I like that sleeve going with that hold.
Like, right now, I don't think Respawn Rangers have an issue. I feel this is more so of an adjustment for them. Again, like, Inbred is coming back into the game on tank, right? Just played a game on DPS. Now, normally you wouldn't see that scratching. You do see this whole hog takedown, getting the 2 here and the turnaround for the Respawn Rangers. So, you know, this adjustment comes in. Bordad joining us for the first map of the night, right? So with Bordad hopping into the composition for the Respawn Rangers, you know, there's just a slight adjustment, and there's not really like a big differential and a gap here in this game. Like, we're at 77, 62 meters, and right now this could be where Respawn Rangers push this past the checkpoint and get that forward spawn advantage. So this is still back and forth anyone's game. And I really like what I'm seeing here. Like, this is where Respawn Rangers strive. Look at this. They're playing together. They're watching each other's backs. They got this corner. This Torb ultimate was spread out so nicely to cover the front choke and the backside from the Sombra pickup here of Styx. But just like that, taken away and going the other way is XL2 with young Lord Timmy. Look at him jog. And his googly eyes. Oh my god. This is a great fit.
They're still here. I love them. Did you hear about this thing? I don't know if I saw it on Instagram.
I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of his googly eyes.
I saw this thing. It was either on Tumblr or it was on Instagram. I was reading this where people were requesting that Blizzard makes all the April Fool's Day stuff purchasable so that you can permanently have it. Like all the voice lines. So you can have them year round. And other people hear them, or you can put like.
I think the voice lines should 100% be permanent.
Be purchasable for year round. I will happily buy all of Ram's voice lines. Loving that Kitsune rush from Yoshi. It's just a great way to push forward and really get Timmy where he needs to go. Now, you know what? I'm gonna get back to saying Overwatch, and I'm somehow gonna get in a voice chat on like some random QP map.
You're just gonna be like,
What
Timmy.
on planet Earth are you talking about?
Everybody knows Timmy scratches TS1. Alright, so here we go, back onto this back and forth. 2:15 left on the clock, 92.19 meters for XL2, 51.56 meters for Respawn Rangers, and this really just comes down to that forward spawn advantage that was really developed in this push here of XL2. So, you know, they get a little bit faster of that respawn time, so they're going to be getting back more here, and that's really where this consistent throttling of this game's momentum or match's momentum in this situation here is going. Like, now we're going to get this swap here. Inbred is going to Orisa. This is a very smart move to combat against this hog with, but the real question is it a good enough swap in these last and final moments here? Stick getting a pick on Yoshi, Joe Mama getting a pick on Bordad, Cadix getting the pick on Preston, who's on that Reaper, by the way. Inbred also getting a pick on Styx, and now Cadix turning that around and taking out Inbred. And this point is still underway. 1:17 and climbing with 1 minute and 17 seconds left on the clock here for the Respawn Rangers to turn this around. Mayday going to be using this cryo here early before this team fight. Pressed Ham really does need some healing. Looking very low, but could be seeing that Death Blossom soon. I think right now for the Respawn, it just comes down to kind of controlling the pace again and using these ults that are about to be coming online perfectly. Like, you wanna layer these and utilize them at the right times. You know, you want to kind of bait out. Like, if you look at the ult economy of XL2 right now, they do have the whole hog, they do have the pulse bomb, they do have the Kitsune rush. Like, they have the mobility and space creators needed to keep you off this point with this final 30 seconds coming up. So this is really going to come down to this ult layering here as Cadix able to get walled off here. Here comes that by Amore, getting that pick onto Angel. Styx does take out Bordad. We got a side trade here for the supports in both favors here, but the tank of Cadix goes down. Styx does take out Mayday, Inbred taking out Styx, and now it looks like it's just Inbred pushing TS1, and Timmy is going to get his butt scratches. All right, so remember, we still have this Blossom. We use the Kitsune Rush in this fight along with the Mei ult. So the Respawn Rangers now, you know, they're down 3 ults. They're coming up on a Coalescence as well as the Death Blossom. And knowing how fast and predicted the Death Blossom is, I can almost imagine that this Coalescence is going to come out to really kind of, you know, put the nail in the coffin here for the Respawn Rangers. Here comes that whole hog now from Cadix. Big picks coming in for the side of XL2 here. 75.23 meters. Still on the OT clock. You got this Mei and Cryo. There's going to be nothing else available. And that is going to be XL2 taking map number.
Ending was just incredible. Such incredible choreography of just. Hold on, we have to watch this play again. Freaking googly eyes showing up before Sombra's model came in. It's just floating googly eye.
I made sure to take some good screenshots of Timmy. I got his googly eye passion here. I even got a nice pic of Mayday next to Timmy when I took the screenshot, so I might send that to chat later. Who knows?
Please do. That'll go up in the Discord. Anyway, going up.
I
back
just
to
think
that.
Timmy's little googly eyes are adorable.
So I'm saying, maybe they should purchase so you can make that permanent. I'm just saying. Some
Maybe.
people would unironically buy it. Alright, so 2-2. Anybody's game. Final map. Lijiang Tower. Control point.
This
How
is
you
my
think I'm
favorite
feeling?
control map.
Really?
Yeah. See, I had a feeling there was going to be a point in time where all smiles were going to come crashing down here, and we might have been in a disagreement. So,
No, no,
are
no,
you
no,
not
no.
a fan of the tower?
No.
This is my home.
Excuse me, no. Wait. I hate Lijiang Tower. There's only one control point that I don't like, and it's the control that came out when Maga came out. I don't like that one very much.
You don't like Samoa?
I don't like Samoa very much.
There's-
Okay, this is why. You ready? Because too much of the map isn't used at all. As in, you never fight on some parts of the Samoa map. There's 3 maps, and you never fight on like certain areas and large portions of the areas on those maps. And I just feel like it's kind of a waste. Because they're so pretty, and you'd love to see these set pieces, but nobody uses them, and that's why I don't like Samoa. Lijiang Tower, you can pick a fight anywhere on either one of these 3 parts of this map.
Well, I hope it's control center first. I'd be really happy with that. It's not.
Normally it
That's
is.
okay. The garden works.
Yeah, I like Garden again, because this entire map, portion of this map, I have fought in all of this. The back area where the buildings are, this front courtyard area, and in between, like where the spawn points are, I've traded bullets with my opponent on every square inch of this map. Even in this one building up at the front where the courtyard is, it's like a little like area, restaurant area almost. I've traded bullets with my opponent on every single square inch of this map, and I like that. I'm just saying, there are parts of Samoa I have never had a conflict getting back to the point in some parts of Samoa, and that's why I don't really like it. And I'm guessing that like a lot of people feel that way. I'm guessing that's why a lot of people don't really like Flashpoint, because it's just like, oh no, I have to get to the next point, I have to run there. But like, again, for me, I'm almost always like picking a fight in between, like not picking the fight, but I'm always caught up in a fight in between getting to the next Flashpoint. So that's why I really enjoy Flashpoint, because again, you'll never get that break. Lijiang Tower is another one
I
where,
like that.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this area, every square inch of this area can become chaotic. Is it always 100% of the time chaotic? No, but
This
you
whole
know.
general center, you know, from left to right is like the main battlefield on this portion of this map here. Big picks coming out from XL2, Cadix and Jill Mama right off the rip, able to get rid of this and that pick on to Mayday. Yoshi does get sticks here, and we're looking like at XL2 right now, you know, coming up on their performance.
You know, I'm just gonna say it.
I like this ball pick, man. I think
I like
that's
the ball
really the
pick. I
big
was gonna say, I
disruption
like the
here.
ball pick. I like the ball pick. I was happy to see Symmetra. I know that Mayday went to Sombra. I love seeing Symmetra. Just because she's like, in a way, she's kind of like Ball. Like she can teleport, so she's got that mobility. She's got those turrets, so she's got a little bit of assistance in fights. We can just fling them. They'll stick to any surface, and they can become rather oppressive because if your opponent isn't gonna deal with them, you're in a problem. And board dad is now Alari. I just noticed this. This is the first time we've seen her all night.
Very beautiful right now. If you're the Respawn Rangers, getting this point flip here mid-fight. I think Inbred doing a really good job spreading the field here on Doomfist. I really do like this Inbred Cadix matchup on tank here. I'm not gonna lie. This is really piquing my interest here the most between these two. I think they're both doing an incredible job.
I feel like realistically though, in lore, Doomfist would be questioning so much of like, why is there a hamster piloting?
Well, they finally made the character playable, so like I'm really happy to see Doom more. The Doom story is very unfortunate. I feel Doom could fit in both tank and DPS. I think right now he would be too broken for DPS.
I just meant literally in universe, like Akande, like himself.
Oh.
Like, why am I fighting a hamster piloting a mech? Like, I feel like that'd be like.
Oh, there's that meteor strike gonna pick up some health here. Big slam down, but is it gonna be enough? No. Going to get hacked and
I like Cadix going back to this hog.
bashed.
Cadix's been so oppressive with this hog all night. I'm really liking seeing it.
Well, I think Hog right now is pretty, you know, I don't know. He's back in the meta. He was out of it in the beginning of the season. Now he's back. So, I mean, Hog's consistency right now really just comes up to the fact that he could eat so much and heal himself. 95% to 25% onto the point here now. Pressed ham. We got 3 on the point here for the Respawn Rangers. Big picks coming in for XL2 with that coalescence of Angel. Sticks able to get the 5th. And this is going to be point 1 here for XL2 on map 5. Map 5 to 1. Switching sides. Something like that.
Thank you, Athena. But she doesn't say switching sides because we're not on payload.
Yeah, no, I know. And it's what sound, you know. It's what it's the first thing that came to mind.
Alright, so okay. I love this particular map that we're in. Because this is another one of those there's no escape. Like, you could not it's I feel like it's almost like that Thanos line, like you could not deal with your failure, so where did it lead you back to me? It's like you must come. This map is just so perfect for it.
I love this map. I mean, I don't know if you you said you do the over head view of spectating, but you know where that Meg is on the outside balcony here for the on control center?
Yep.
Yeah, so if you like overlook the side, the first map is like right below. That's our floating garden.
Yep. So pretty.
This is a beautiful map. Alright, and right that quick point cap going to the Respawn Rangers here. Looks like XL2 is just trying to figure it out in the spawn. We do have the Zarya swap here, so it is on this Hog, Mayday on the Junkrat, pressed him on the 76, Bordan on the Baptiste, Yoshi on the Moira. As for XL2, Cadix is on that Zarya, Joe Mama on the Doge, Sticks on the Sombra, Angel on the Ana, and Awaken on the Moira. Oh, the pull, but the bubble saving Angel there. Pressed ham getting in fisticuffs with Sticks over there on that high ground, fighting for that Meg.
You know, I'm kind of happy that we get to see Mayday on Junkrat. I love seeing some good Junkrat play. This is a little bit of a difficult area because you have to get Junkrat into that more open space in the back. But honestly, with that tire he's got, with just like his bear trap.
Mayday, beautiful pick on the Joe Mama. I love Junkrat. Honestly, I don't know why they nerfed him. Well, back I'm talking like back a couple seasons ago when they nerfed his distance with his explosive radius. I always felt Junkrat should have had that initial depth, you know. He just shoots a nade. It's like Sojourn in the railgun. Alright, great cleanup here for the Respawn Rangers. 54% to 32. They do get this nice reposition going. Canix is going to see that trap around, so it's going to be a nice little walk in here for XL2. They do only have the 4. It looks like Styx is going around for that backside flank. Here comes the grab, and the both coalescents do come out here. No whole hog yet. Are going to get a tire that doesn't pick anybody. Shomama is coming back. Canix goes down to Mayday. Inbred taking out Awaken. Mayday with another pick on to Angel here. And the Respawn Rangers are getting ever so closer to taking point number 2 here. This is really coming down to the wire.
You know,
all that's left is Styx.
There's a part of me that really wants Rangers to take this map so that we can be like, all right, it all comes down to this. I'm really hoping that happens.
Me too. I mean, I like it come down to the final wire of in any matchup,
like,
you know.
Pressed hand.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful exchange there for the Respawn Rangers, who still have the odd advantage in their favor. Got to get rid of this ball and hope that nobody can touch here. But Styx with the massive P, but it's going to be enough. I don't think so. No, and Awaken just not able to touch. And we are one to
say it. It all comes down to this. Goodness gracious, I was not expecting this at all tonight. I wasn't expecting such a just purely everything down to the wire moment as it is right now. And you know, I think this is the fitting map that we ended on. This is, you know what, you're right. I think Lijiang Tower was the perfect map to end it on. You're completely correct, Pipes.
This is a fantastic map.
Fantastic map.
I didn't even see this coming until, you know, I looked at the paperwork not too long ago. Sometimes I'm very late to the. All right, round 3, capturing the objective. We are faces as Cadix rocking that Orisa here, Joe Mama on that Symmetra, Styx back on that Echo, Angel on the Kiri, and Awaken on the Moira. For the sign here of Respawn Rangers, who are just opening up with these picks here. Cadix able to get 2 though for the side of XL2. He's just gonna have to retreat. And now only 2 left for the side of the Respawn Rangers as XL2 is going outside of this point. So we're gonna get a quick cap here from what looks to be the Respawn Rangers, but could be a fast overtake from XL2. It was a very interesting opening fight, you know, and we're pretty much rocking the same sim comp, but Joe Mama now swapping off of the sim, going Sombra. So we do have that Sombra presence back with Styx on that Echo, Bordan on the Kiri, Yoshi on the Moira, Prestam on that Reaper, Mayday on the sim, and Inbred back on the Hog. So this is now just going to just come down to sheer talent, playing with your team, and communication. And remember, friendship in anime will always get you a win.
That's normally how it ends up being.
It's always about friendship in anime. Like, Styx right here just kind of vibing on the side.
Here we go. Alright. You know what? So we got...
Oh, that hog pick from Styx!
Got the hog pick, so...
No!
Alright, I gotta say, I love Echo's ultimate, because even if you manage to get, like, killed, quote-unquote, and you're in ultimate, you still have that chance to get the heck out of there because you just shift back. I know that did not happen quite for Vulnerable Lover in that instance, but I do love that it is a feature for Echo. And you wanna know what? I'm just saying it. Mayday with the turrets. Pressed ham just being just. I love Sim on this particular map. Sim is so impressive. She's that amazing field. She's got the turrets. She's. I've never seen the wall glitch out like that.
81, 85, and climbing here for the Respawn Rangers. Still no touch
like,
in sight for XL2.
Y'all take a mile.
Oh, they literally are getting an inch right now.
They're right, because you wanna know what? I must say XL2 is
Big picks here from Joe Mama.
Goodness,
That Reaper swap becoming the battery, aka Hog here for Reaper to build up this damage immensely. This is exactly what's needed if you're XL2. You're running that Bastion now. You still have that Orisa force going in against this Hog, but we might see a swap. No, we don't. Inbred is still going to hold true to the Hog here. 90% to the 15% of XL2. XL2 going to really be digging deep to hold this point here if they want to see a victory at the end of this finish line. Oh, I'm pumped right now. This is really coming down to the marks. We in Rangers and it's game over. And here comes that Zarya swap from Inbred. The swapping of counters is happening.
I
do like how Cadix is kind of the only one on the point right now, and all of XL2 is playing through the openings.
You know what? And as you should, as an Orisa, as you should be in a place where you can just really simply. I really like what Cadix just did, trying to minimize as much of that.
Oh my God! Way to buy time there, and no great damage added, but is it going to be enough? It does. It does look like it's enough.
So.
Big team fight win here as they get to
was effectively a team
65%.
kill. They're one Junkrat shy of an entire team kill in that moment.
Dude, I really like where Styx is chilling, like behind this corner. You know, he has this Death Blossom, so this is really gonna be. This might be the cherry topper right here. We may just see the Death Blossom if all of the enemies get into this position here.
You know what?
There it is. One Death Blossom. Three big picks.
Prestham tried to scout out that moment where he was like, wait, something's not quite right, and I saw him try to use that skin.
It was too quiet, you know?
Yeah, he's like, hold on, we're missing a little something here.
Beautiful turnaround for XL2. Oh my Lanta.
Goodness gracious. I was not expecting any of what was happening for this entire ending of the... You know, that just the Reaper and the Bastion and the Orisa, it was just so perfectly just turns it straight around. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
That was just such, it was even the whole time. I didn't feel at one point ever did anybody feel like XL2 was completely overshadowing of Rangers or vice versa or any of that. Like it was, I mean, we were all here to see so down to the wire. It could have went any direction at any point. It could have went anywhere. And I'm speechless here, arguably.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it was definitely a fantastic game through and through. Fantastic match through and through. All the Respawn Rangers played a fantastic series. Absolutely. I mean, they came out firing on all cylinders. I do feel that map 3 swap up in rotation, that could have been the break to like the momentum that they really had going into this match. And then, you know, map 4 was still close. I mean, Inbred tonight, in all honesty, like if I had to pick, like Inbred really held his own and like showed stout, in my opinion, and against this matchup of XL2. Like everything that was coming from map 4 and 5 of XL2, Inbred was just taking it on like it was his mission, and the Respawn Rangers playing around their tank right there. Like you can't ask for better coordination. You really can't, honestly. So you know, I could talk Overwatch, you know, and how well these teams, but I don't know. It's definitely a match for the books. This was a good match between both of these teams. I'm really impressed with XL2's performance tonight. So kudos to both teams.
Yeah, I'm just here. I was just like, all right, yeah, I can. There's a fly in here. Gosh darn it. You know, you see, all right, we went, you know, the first two maps, and we were just like, all right, we can see. And then I just love not the shift in like everything, but I could just tell that XL2 just became more confident, especially towards game 3, and I just loved watching. I was saying I love watching the tables turn, but I just loved watching the fact that it was just so even throughout the entire night. I can't get over that. It was so even throughout the entire night. This what could have been anybody's game, truly.
Very much so. It definitely could have. I mean, it was looking like it was a Foreign Rangers game in that last final moment with how they were running that 99% push. That was just absolutely incredible. A behemoth of a lineup. So, a very impressive finish. Great back and forth from both teams. I mean, the real question is, are we doing a endgame interview or are we closing out? You know, this fearless leader, if you're there.
Fearless.
All right. Homie says RT. Yo. I mean, I don't think I closed out. It's just more so of like, are we doing an interview with anybody from XL2 or are we closing out? Oh, cool. Sweet. Well, hello there, Awaken.
No, maybe. Hold on.
He's probably gonna come over from game chat. There we go. Oh wait, that's Zoran. Oh, is he out of the chat or? Oh, he is typing back. Oh, this was. I'm gonna take that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that as we're gonna close this out. So, folks, it was another splendid week here at the Odyssey League, and a very excellent show out between the Respawn Rangers and XL2. And you know, we do have a couple of other matches coming up later in this week. I believe on Thursday, if I'm correct, is our next matchup. Oh, fantastic. So we got Kaiju versus the Loggers tomorrow. That's definitely going to be a good matchup. That's another top seed set of teams going at it. So we're going to see some good action tomorrow with that. And then I think that closes it out for the week, right? Oh no. Oh, fantastic. All right. So we got a lot in store. And I'm really looking forward to it, you know. I don't know. Need me for tomorrow. I guess I'll be here. I am off. So we do have a lot, folks.
I don't know if y'all want the same setup, but I'm sure I'll be free tomorrow as well.
And we can run it.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Definitely a good matchup between Respawn Rangers and XL2. I'm excited to see some more action tomorrow between, like Pipe said, between Loggers and Kaiju Corps. So until then, y'all have a good night.